Gore Club Podcast. This is the Gore Club Podcast with Steve Vessell, Ace, and Deathmetal Dave. Holy crap. Ooby dooby doo, scuba doo. All right, welcome back to the podcast, Ace.
I'm back again.
I know. Actually,
I'm always here.
You're our Jack Torrance.
You've always
been here. Anyways, welcome back to the Gore Club Podcast. I'm Steve Vessell.
I'm Ace.
And Deathmetal Dave is on assignment again, and Mrs. Voorhees is in his place. I don't know why I keep putting I'm fisting her
in
neck.
The hole.
I'm going to have to edit that out. But anyways, I don't know, man. We were going to talk about, we had a whole episode planned, and we're going to wait on Dave to get back. And then, so I guess we're just going to ramble about some of the new stuff that's going on in our lives.
Yeah, and I've got some stuff I brought.
Not that boring at all. We're actually going to talk about toys and, and magazines and movies.
I got some stuff I brought that I've picked up over the last few weeks or months or whatever, some cool stuff related to the podcast. And
I got some magazines, and I want to talk about toys and scream crap.
Yeah.
Your favorite stuff.
And also Tom Noonan, he died recently.
God damn it.
So, not to bring it down, but I figured
let's just get that out of the way. The guy, come on, Monster Squad, the Ripper from last Action Hero.
Yeah, I'd most know him from Manhunter.
I knew, yeah. Oh, he's so good. He set the standard for what would be a normal psychopath.
Yeah.
Not some big slasher, not a roided out monster, nothing that's going to be that's the bad guy. He's just, he's got some really stylish clothes.
Yeah.
A little clef. But,
cool tattoo.
And yeah. Who is this tattoo artist, by the way?
I don't know.
Can you imagine that in the mid to early 1980s, somebody's just going this is fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, because just regular people like that did not have big giant dragons tattooed on them. That was like Ozzy. Ozzy was the only person who had a dragon head.
I am the dragon.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the concept art when he goes in there to be like a walk-in? He's like, yeah, hi, I've got this painting. Can we just put it on me? That's wild. Because think back then, the Rebels had tattoos. Motley Crue had a moon.
Yeah,
and the
very
Misfits
few
had
tattoos.
their own name.
Yeah.
Not a freaking a Yakuza style freaking painting.
But yeah, if you've never seen Manhunter,
God, it's awesome.
You need to watch that. It's way better than Red Dragon.
Well, okay. That's debatable. I like them both, but I think Red just set the standard for what we were going to get with those Hannibal Lecter, as he's called in that one, those movies. Oh God, speaking of that, we'll come back to that. Or we'll just talk about it right now. I'm going to jump into some of these toys that people have been talking about. And my God, I wrote down so many notes. Trick or Treat Studios is pretty much taking over the toy horror industry, and that's cool and all. I like the smaller boutiques. One of them is called Zombie Sailors Toys. Now everyone's been sharing the Army of Darkness, all the NECA stuff that's coming out with Friday the 13th, the game, all that. But okay, so I just said, all that stuff is great, but I like these weird things that people don't want to, they still want to release because they're not going to make a lot of money out of it. And one of them is the new Buffalo Bill action figure. Nobody's talking about this.
Yeah.
It's okay. So this small company called Zombie Sailor Toys is putting out the Army of Darkness. I think their action figures are not necessarily a straight mashup of Masters of the Universe looking stuff, but that style, kind of big and bulky, a little bit more caricature. But the Silence of the Lamb ones look awesome. Of course, they're putting out 2 Hannibal Lecter ones, and then right in the center, it's friggin' Buffalo Bill with no shoes, the night vision goggles, and he's got a thing of lotion.
See, hey, he didn't have a big pile of business cards he's going to drop on the ground.
Oh, I know. But it took me a second to realize it was lotion. So I was is that chloroform? Because it's that scene. Yeah. But how they've got him dressed is the very end of the movie with his very stylish shirt, which is by the way, very much like the Red Dragon, Tom Noonan shirt. Yeah. So that whole thing got connected in my brain. So that's how my brain works, Ace.
Nice.
I know. But back to just toys in general. Like I said, they figured out, they have a loophole. Deathmetal Dave messaged just the other day on our thread. He was like, man, did you see what they've done? They figured out how to produce these action figures again that haven't been produced before. It's great when somebody has a license and they can just keep putting out. I get tired of 1,000 Chucky dolls.
Yeah.
It's like the life size was great. And then now it's the new life size and then another life size. But when they unveiled their Friday the 13th, the game series, that's awesome. You get all the figures we've never seen before.
Nice.
Including the Molten Savini one. I'm not a gamer. I don't know if you are. You don't look like a gamer to me.
I stopped playing games in like 2008.
Buddy, your whole life is a game.
Yeah.
Anyways, but for people who don't even care about video games, when they saw these action figures and they molded them to make them look just like Kane Hodder in those films. So that's a nice little touch too.
Yeah. Did you get the, was it on the, you and your friends are dead on the Nintendo version?
It's so good. Yeah. But they're doing Jason Goes to Hell. It looks perfect. Like whether you like that movie or not, this action figure, like he's like the chunky Jason, like he's had a little beer.
Meatball Jason.
They're putting out the Jason Goes to New York. He takes Manhattan. That movie, and he's very slender in that movie. He has like the weird shoulders for no reason, like he's got like shoulder pads on, but he doesn't. It's just the Kane Hodder, like the makeup. And then right next to it is the Jason Goes to Hell, and it's like a couple, 6-pack Jason, and he looks just like that. Like they sculpted them perfectly, and the face. Takes Manhattan mask and the face for Jason is abomination.
Yeah,
but it looks like really cool how much detail they put into that toy.
They make him look like a decimated Muppet and whatever he's in.
He's sad. He's been away. He's on vacation. He's not having a good time. And and he turns into a little boy and he comes out of his mouth and goes, help, whatever. That movie, let's not even talk about that. But another one I had to see was Bob Zadar. Maniac Cop. Oh, nice. Even for people like you who may not collect action figures, they're everywhere in this goddamn room. You have to appreciate that.
Yeah, there's a lot of plastic going into the chin on that toy.
Oh, you're mean. Well, if you think about it, it kind of reminds me of like Maniac Cop, especially Maniac Cop 3. Reminds me of Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh yeah,
the face.
Yeah, the face is kind of the same.
Yeah, New York,
He's slashed up.
What if Jason just got a job after he got out of the sewer?
I would say Maniac Cop 3 is better than Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, controversy. Attack him in the comments.
It is.
Anyways, then they're doing like a life-size Sam, and I love life-size action figures or basically dolls. And that's a big deal to me. Now, people are trying to say that this Leprechaun one is coming out is life-size. I'm sorry, but Warwick Davis is not 30 inches tall. He's 4'3", I think. So this is not a life size, doll action figure or whatever replica. It's not, but it looks badass, and it's from the first film instead of them because they seem to have been pumping out like a lot of the ones from the sequels, and it's an interesting franchise.
Yeah. Very interesting.
I love it that I'm going on this cool like toy ramble and you're just nodding your head being like fucking dork.
I stopped watching Leprechaun at part 4.
Well, this is something you can get down on. They're putting out a life-size minion from the Gate.
From Minions?
No.
From the Gate.
Necronomicon. Yeah. No, from the Gate, man.
Oh,
An
nice.
underrated horror, like basically a kid's movie. People always talk about like the Monster Squad, but the Gate is to me is far superior.
Yeah.
And so they're putting out a life size of that. What else we got? They're doing, okay. So if you were a fan of if you're old like me, or even just collect vintage toys, the Swamp Thing series that came out in the 90s with like the villains, they were called the Unmen. And you basically would take a villain that's already like a monstrous and then put a slip mask over him to make him more monstrous.
I was like, one's like a big snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the cartoon.
So what they've done is that they've taken that idea, Trick or Treat Studios for like their Screen Greats is what they're called, their line. And they've done it with Trick or Treat, the movie. So they've got Principal Wilkins coming out and they got Laurie. So they are looking like their normal selves, and then you can put the werewolf head over her. That's pretty awesome. And, nice. And Principal Wilkins with his tie and his knife, and then all of a sudden you can put the Man in Black costume over top. That's gonna be awesome. I'll just rant a little bit longer on the toys, and we can get to your toys. Let's see You
know what the best thing about the Swamp Thing was? The cartoon, the theme song to it was they just took the song Wild Thing, And then change the lyrics to where it's like Swamp Thing. You are amazing.
I had some of those toys.
So good.
Those were awesome. Plus, some of them glow in the dark. It was freaking cool. I almost forgot the Pamela Voorhees Shrine is coming out now. This is it looks a lot like the original they put out with you could get like the Steve Dash or Warrington Gillette figure. It was like a base, and this one's coming out and it actually has LED lights in all of the candles, and it's approximate to the figures that you already have. That's pretty cool.
That'd be cool to have to put on your table in front of your TV, to have there.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
I wish it was life size.
It's like a life size version of that. Just kind of put it there on a coffee table.
Yeah. Those who live in our area, that we put on the Slash Bash every year. This year was going to be 3. Jesus Christ! But I actually created a whole life size Pamela Voorhees shrine for people to do photo ops and stuff, and that was pretty cool. So seeing that in its a toy form, I'm super happy. I can't get out of this toy thing until I talk about the weird, and I do talk about it all the time, obscure little toys that I want. This Delta Force freaking toy, Chuck Norris with a rocket launcher where the old school, the string is attached to the missile as it comes out, so you can put it back in. Awesome, Ace.
There's a Robert Forster toy in that.
I don't know, but I just want to hit you in the eye with it because you're not supposed to play with kids.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then they're putting on a Tarman tank. And then, of course, they're doing life-size gingerbread men from Trick or Treat. I mean, from Krampus. Same director, sorry.
Yeah.
From Krampus. So that's it. That's the end of my toy spiel. Because here's the thing why I'm excited when it comes to these toys. Because I went into storage the other night, which is in the other part of the house. And I found these. The Movie Maniacs line.
Oh,
you remember these?
That was when I would go into Suncoast Video in the 90s, and I would be here's a bunch of stuff I will never be able to buy and I would just go through and stare at these toys and be these look so cool, but I could never convince my mom to buy it for me.
I've got so many more down here, still in the box. They're not completely yellowed out. Some of these get real, the shell. See how he's getting yellow?
Yeah.
It's the nature of oxygen in the plastic and where you keep them. My favorite part is that these were a big freak. I mean, they still are a big freaking deal. This was the top of the line. Todd McFarlane was no, I don't care how much these cost. We're going to keep the cost low. We're going to make them as articulate and accurate as possible. Plus, they came with the movie posters, the Movie Maniacs line. These are all the bloody versions. They put out 2 different versions, for the kids. One of the goofiest things that nobody really talks about, and if you follow us on TikTok, you know I made a whole video about it, is that the Jason Voorhees mask has the worst bird nose.
Yeah, what is that?
No one has ever complained about that. And I'm
it's real pointy.
Wait a second. Why does he have a beak?
Yeah.
Jason Beak Voorhees. Anyways, enough of the toys, but this is why I get excited. And I'm kind of obviously look at our collection. It's ridiculous.
I think the only one of those I have that
this was the golden age.
The one of those McFarlane toys, I have 2 ones that are just loose out of a box that I bought somewhere.
Yeah.
But I have the Ozzy Osbourne one they did, where it's kind of like him from and he's just
Is it the not the Ultimate Sin? Oh my God, it's the one with the cross. And
he has the cross in the hand from.
Wow, we're posers. What's the name of that freaking album? Diary of a Madman.
Diary of a Madman.
Jesus,
I can see. No, it's not Diary of a Madman.
Is it not that one, or it's the Blizzard of Oz? Which one?
Blizzard of Oz.
Oh, okay, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's kind of the Blizzard of Oz look with the cross, and there's a little.
Oh, that's right. Diary of a Madman.
Stained glass windows he's standing in front of.
Yeah, Diary of the Madman has his bouffant hair, and he's got some fake weird makeup on. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a great album.
One of his kids are in the background.
All right, so let's dig into your toys.
So I brought
enough of mine
stuff that I've picked up lately. I got this. This is back in December. We went and saw the found footage guys here locally, and the guy that opened is the Strange Tapes Strange Show, which is Scott Miller, who's based out of Chicago. But I bought this from him, which is Bobo. Which is is about a killer little clown that's a sock puppet, as they call it.
Clown, okay.
And he was
oh no, I gotta see this.
And those are obviously reproductions. A guy in Chicago made this movie, and it's very homemade, and it's it runs about 30 minutes. Starring
Matt Gotsky, Chris Gotsky, Lisa Gotsky, and Chuck Gotsky.
The whole family, yeah.
It's a family affair.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, it's like you put your socks in this little clown puppet or something.
Oh, they even made like a little sticker for the VHS. That's so cool.
Yeah. And if you get that from him, if you ever go see him live, I know if in Chicago they do some shows, but he does, there's an episode of his show, Strange Tape, Strange Show, on the end of that tape that you can watch where he interviews the guy who made the movie.
Yeah, it's 1990. Charlie, an amateur video maker, Chuck Gotsky, made this. Sometimes evil comes in small packages. Bobo.
Yeah. And that's Saturn's Core put that out, who also puts out a very good variety of cool things that they're always set up at VHS Fest. So I've got a few things from them over the years.
That's awesome.
But very neat little thing. It's only about 30 minutes too, and it's a pretty cool little thing to have.
Having him open that show for the Found Footage Festival was such a great. I love how they do that.
Yeah,
yeah. Like, hey, you may not have heard of this person, but we're gonna like put him on basically on the stage because they tour the whole country with these guys. Thank you, Found Footage, for being awesome.
One of the episodes of his show on YouTube is called "America's Runniest Home Videos." I was like, which I haven't seen that one yet. I need to watch that.
I don't even think I want to know.
The next one I got, which kind of has this cool little like sheeny little cover here.
Yeah, foil. The foil cover.
Which is the Night Flyer, Stephen King's The Night Flyer. This is the second time I bought this on VHS. I don't even know if there's ever a good release of this on any other format.
Yeah, there's not like a collection I have of like Stephen King movies.
Yeah, I don't think it has its own standalone.
But how long was this movie? I thought this was a made-for-television movie, right?
I want to say it was made for HBO, being that HBO put that out on tape.
Makes sense. Good job.
Because it's definitely not a made for like network TV movie.
I love it. See, I'm a big fan when it comes to VHS collectors who keep the
big
stickers.
Giant sticker.
No, I love that because like I have a Friday the 13th Part 4 and it still has like the mom and pop sticker on the thing because people just didn't care. But this person, literally, it says VHS rare.
Yeah, somebody wrote rare on the front.
It's so rare. It's $5. But honestly, foil cover is awesome, man.
It's based on a short story by Stephen King, and honestly, I think the vampire, they don't make him look like it's not a sexy vampire. He's like he looks like a bat, basically.
He does look like a bat, but he still has a freaking like Halloween costume cape on. Okay, let's talk about that.
It's he's like this guy's like a detective. He's going from like airport to airport.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like his noir vibe in the movie.
It does until you realize he flies the plane.
Yeah,
looking like that.
Vampire flying a plane. Like no. But honestly, I like this movie. I don't know.
I don't have a problem with it.
I think people don't give it enough credit. I enjoy it. It was definitely one that I rented this purely based on the cover that it said Stephen King and it puts the monster right on the cover.
Yeah, it was around that time when it was like everything was like Wes Craven Presents.
Yeah,
and if they could put any kind of icon's name on a VHS cover, you were going to get it.
This next one, this is a made-for-TV network movie, Child in the Night.
Ooh.
Which looks insane. Like, what is this movie? And you're going to like, when you hear the people who are in this, Jo Beth Williams.
Oh.
From Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Tom Dry Lips Skerritt.
Oh, whatever, man. From also Poltergeist 3 and Alien and whatever.
And
so many movies.
Darren McGavin.
Now that's the Night Stalker, baby. Kolchak. That was my show as a kid.
And somebody who was so not famous at the time when this came out, he didn't even make the cover. Elijah Wood.
Oh, he must have been like baby. Oh, he is like a little baby. Yeah.
He's a little kid.
That was back in his Huck Finn days in Radio Flyer.
Yeah, he's very, very small. He was 8 years old, apparently. He might have been older than that when they filmed this, but this came out in 1990. So, I watched
How old were you in 1990, Ace?
6. I was in kindergarten.
Kick-ass.
Yeah.
I don't think you saw this at the time.
No, I didn't. It came on like just regular old TV, like back in the day. This was packaged in I can't remember Vinegar Syndrome put this in a 3-pack.
No shit.
Yeah.
So it's got to be good.
So it's in a 3-pack with called made for TV horrors or something like that. But they put that out not long ago, and it seems like it's good. It's more of like a. It's not obviously, it's not like a super gory thing. It looks like it's going to be some crazy slasher if you look at the front of it.
It's a suspenseful mystery thriller. The answers only can come from the child in the night.
Yeah, it's fine. I've watched it. I think I watched it on YouTube a few years ago because I want to say Say You Love Satan, I think, brought it up on one of their side episodes.
Well, this is really cool because the VHS itself is this is an actual painting that they commissioned and had. And these are two companies I've never heard of. Allied Communications Inc. and Triboro Entertainment Group put this out.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to.
That's pretty rare. Actually, that should have the rare sticker on that.
This is definitely, this is one of those ones you would rent and you'd be like, oh man, I bet this is going to be crazy. And then you start watching it and you're like, man, this was made for TV. Like you could tell there's a pause every 15 minutes that comes back up, like, because they edited it for commercials.
So you're trying to say it should be remade.
This is
that's a guilty pleasure, baby.
Demonic Toys.
Yeah, but that's special though?
It's a promo use only demonic toys. This is one of those ones they would give out to video stores. I have another one too that's also that kind of fits in with this theme of screeners. I'll do this one first.
Screeners are awesome.
Yeah, I like finding these because on the back of them it always has little information for the video store, like it's like special savings 2-pack offer. So it's like, and then it always tells you like how much money they've spent promoting this, and it's like consumer awareness. We've advertised on NBC. I don't know what on NBC was advertising demonic toys at the
I don't know. I can't remember what station had like Friday the 13th the series, but that was a mainstream.
Yeah,
maybe it was onto that. I don't remember that though.
They put a soundtrack out. It tells you like
Demonic Toys has a soundtrack.
A sound what CD and cassette.
Must dig in.
I would definitely have to find that. I don't know what you would be on that.
I mean, is it Charles? It's got to be Richard Band, but you know, it's Full Moon.
Yeah, it's based on an original idea by Charles Band.
Who knew? He's never been inspired by anything. Everything's original.
So this was featured in Fangoria and Premiere magazine.
This is true.
But yeah, a lot of these promos like this, like when you put them in, it'll be like, it's like for special offer for video stores. If you buy 2 copies at $50 a piece, you'll get a Demonic Toys standee. Stuff like that.
So for these old, they've put them on YouTube recently, in the last few years, but the big thing about getting old Full Moon and even some kind of the later, what's the one before? Jesus, Empire videos is because of the Video Zone. The making of or the behind the scenes little snippet at the very end, or sometimes they put it.
It'd be like, stay tuned for the Video Zone.
That's the best freaking part, man. Hey, consumer awareness, MTV. Yeah. I don't remember ever seeing that on the thing, but these are so great. Order cutoff date. It's like a threat. You better buy this. You better order all these VHS by the February 18th. Street date is March 12th.
Yeah, they always put a street date, like it's a hit in the streets.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. What's the other one you said you brought?
The other one, which this is probably the newest thing I got. This was still had a shrink wrap on it, and you know what? No. I cut it open and took it right out. Who cares?
I do. But I'm glad that you kept the shrink wrap on, because I do that with like a knife.
Yeah,
I go down and cut the butt out of it. I cut the butt out.
This is Amityville: A New Generation.
Fuck.
Which is from the haunted object series of Amityville movies. This one, a guy buys a mirror from a guy on the street that used to be in the Amityville house.
Can you imagine doing your makeup? You wouldn't be doing your makeup, but if you did do your makeup, in front of a mirror, you'd be like, oh wait, this is the haunted mirror. What's going to happen now?
Yeah.
How does things? I don't know. Have you actually watched this piece of crap movie?
Yeah, I've watched all of it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've watched this. I'd actually the Haunted Objects series from the 90s.
Don't tell me.
There's the Amityville Dollhouse.
Don't say it.
They're enjoyable.
I knew you were going to say that. Don't you mother.
It's better than watching part 3. I'll tell you that.
Fuck you.
And 4 too. Whatever 4 the made for TV.
2 and 3 are my favorites. We did an entire episode on this franchise sucks, and this was Deathmetal Dave's, I believe. And he rips that whole franchise apart. I agree with Deathmetal Dave.
There's a trilogy of these in the 90s though that I'll watch over some of the other ones. But,
yeah, it's about time.
But this one, this is another on the back of it. I actually watched this recently. The beginning of this has a lot of previews for other movies that Republic Pictures put out at the time. I guess at the time they were putting out, they were reissuing old movies, so they were putting out a lot of like sequels to movies.
Yeah. So
there's a promo on here where it uses all the artwork from Night of the Demons to promote 3 movies that aren't Night of the Demons. So I was like, I wonder if the guy, what's his name, if he did all the artwork for
Kevin Tenney's brother.
Kevin Tenney,
he did the animation.
If he knows that they just reused his artwork to promote other movies that aren't Night of the Demons.
Oh, I'm sure not.
But also on the back of this too, it also has all the info for the video store if you were going to get this. So they send this in. It's like dynamic POP that really brings down the house.
What's a POP?
Point of purchase.
Oh, okay.
It's like if you ever work in sales, you know.
Oh, shut up.
It says raise the roof with our exclusive double-sided Amityville New Generation Witchboard 2 Deluxe Standee.
That would be awesome.
I would love to find one of those somewhere.
Yeah, I follow a few Facebook pages that's what they do is they sell all that kind of stuff, and man, I bet that's worth nothing.
Yeah, and if you, dude, honestly,
Which is great because then when you can get one,
all this stuff for this is like street date September 29th.
It's a threat.
Yeah, and then if you order it, you get the poster, you get a shelf talker.
What?
So it's a little thing you stick on the shelf, and if you walk past it, it would talk.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, see, I want one of those.
Yeah. So that would be cool.
Yeah, I have some of that stuff from my old dad's video store, like the shelf. Like there's a witch trap one back behind you. It's a standee. So that kind of stuff. I love that kind of crap.
Oh yeah,
love it.
But yeah,
give me that VHS. I need to see those pictures. Go ahead.
That's a pretty cool one.
On to the next one while I examine this. This is sexy. There's a laser disc.
Yeah,
what?
A laser disc.
There's a laser disc of Amityville: A New Generation. Somebody, please tell me that you have that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Carry on, my good man.
The next one. Ghost in the Machine.
Good movie.
Which, honestly, the woman who did this, she directed Nightmare on Elm Street, for Freddy's Dead. The last one. The last one.
But that's not even... yes, it's absolute... Nothing ever came after.
And I think she had some stuff to do with some other ones, too. Rachel Talele.
It's okay. We butcher names all the time.
Butcher that last name. This is like a techno thriller. This is one of those movies from like the 90s where they didn't really know much about the internet yet, but they wanted to make a horror movie about it. So it's like somebody's like, what if a guy went inside the internet?
Yes.
So it's always like that thing where he's traveling through the information superhighway.
Like Lawnmower Man. Dude, what's the other one? Yeah, like fear.com.
It's totally, this movie, you could do like a triple feature with this, House 3.
There you go. Yeah.
And Shocker, because they're all three the exact same thing.
Oh.
This is very much like Shocker. Because basically, once he like a serial killer, this guy's a serial killer, he dies or something, and then he's known as the address book killer. Worst serial killer name ever. But
I don't know. Can you imagine being called the alphabet killer? It's like, really, guys? That's what you got?
But this is another one where I saw the cover of this in the store and was like, oh man, I bet that's awesome.
See, you're completely different. I looked at that cover so many times and I was like, this looks like shit.
But
I like that we have different views on something like that.
Karen Allen's in this movie.
So if you don't know who Karen Allen is, who is Karen Allen besides
she's in Animal House, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
One other thing too, there's 3 people in this movie who were also in the movie The Sandlot, which came out the same year.
Forever.
Yeah. So that's the 2 kids that are in this, and Karen Allen, all 3 of them were in The Sandlot, which came out the same year that this came out.
Yeah.
Also, then Graham Revel, who also did the Crow soundtrack, did the soundtrack for this too.
He did some really cool soundtracks.
There's some like names behind this where you're like, why wouldn't this be better? But it's another one of those things where it's like, it was too early to make a movie like this where like the guy dies, somehow he ends up going into the internet, which somehow turns into he can just control any electronic.
Yeah, it's very much like Shocker.
And there's the best scene in the movie, this guy's making like
brain scan.
He's putting a TV dinner in a microwave, and somehow he gets inside the machine.
Oh.
But somehow he gets in the microwave and then turns the entire room into a microwave and just basically microwaves this dude inside of his kitchen. And he like just is like,
That is completely what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a suspension of disbelief in this movie, but
I just think they were really pushing slasher movies at this time.
Yeah.
They didn't know what else to do. And this movie has like a plot. It has actually actors in it.
But
it's like, how are you going to market something to horror fans that just want like something simple?
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's for like the 90s, it's like a crazy night. It's super enjoyable. Like, I'm not saying like don't watch it. This movie you should definitely find this and watch it. It's really fun. And especially if you like stuff that's kind of dumb too.
I love dumb stuff.
Speaking of dumb stuff.
Oh, here we go.
This is probably one of the most iconic VHS covers ever, which is Hider in the House.
Oh, definitely iconic. Everyone remembers it.
Everybody knows it. Gary Busey.
Now, that movie poster used to be in video stores everywhere, and people were like, why is he looking at me like that?
One thing everybody always points out on this is called Hider in the House, but he's actually outside of the house looking into the house.
Yeah, hider in the window.
Yeah, he's like, you can't lock him out. He's already in.
He's like one of those guys with the suction cup hands.
Yeah, and it's a good Vestron release though.
Oh, that's good though.
I've watched this. Gary Busey's basically just living in Mimi Rogers' attic.
In her attic, yeah. I haven't seen that since it probably came out.
If you see Gary Busey now and then imagine him hiding in your house.
God.
It's
well, and this is 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, Lethal Weapon Gary Busey. So
it was 89. This was
okay, so right before it then. So that's what it was. He's still kind of like going through the trenches from like DC Cab before he got to Lethal Weapon. And it was like Lethal Weapon kind of like revitalized his career. And at this point, he's doing basically direct to video. That's what this kind of is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If it's a Vestron release, that's direct to video.
Yeah. Michael McKean's in this too.
Yeah. And Mimi Rogers at that time people thought of it like she was a babe.
Oh, she's a total
So you're
babe.
basically tuning into this movie to see boobs and Gary Busey.
Yeah, Mimi Rogers hot. She was in Austin Powers. She was Austin Powers' 1960s sidekick.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, that's how I originally knew her. It was from that.
Oh, no shit. Okay,
the first Austin Powers movie.
No, she was like part of a wave of the Skinamax movies too.
Yeah,
we won't talk about that, I guess. But I guess we can end this here soon. But like that's kind of what we're doing. I got a whole bunch of new magazines. I got the Vampirus Camilla. These are the people who like the old Warren. Like horror comics, like Tales from the Crypt, all that kind of stuff. These people have been keeping the fire going. So they actually had a comic called Shudder, and then they decided to branch off and do basically a hot little vamp girl as the horror host. And that's what this is. The artwork is freaking ridiculous. And it still has like old style, ads for new stuff. So that's pretty cool. I picked that up. And then I had to pick up the new Fangoria. These are freaking awesome. I'm waiting for this freaking Gyllenhaal film, The Bride, with American Psycho's
why does it look like she I don't understand. Like it looks like she bit down on like a ink pen.
Yes. Just like you, Ace, in high school. No. But this is awesome. This is basically all about the Bride and the new stuff. And this issue is so freaking well done, put together, and I am super excited for all the movies that are in here, like Send Help, and all these movies are now in the theater.
Yeah,
this kind of came out about a month ago, and I just not picked it up, so I'm excited for that. Dark Side magazine. If you're still collecting magazines, this is probably my number one. The Dark Side. It's a British magazine, and it covers things from a British point of view, which I actually kind of appreciate more, because they'll give movies I love a 5-star review, and I'm like, oh, I guess I do have decent taste. Yeah. Well, it's just probably not true, but it has some of my favorite reviews, and it has some of my favorite retro articles, and then of course it has the man, Rick Melton, his Fright Gallery, which I'm going to have to censor this out. If you like old exploitation artwork done with like oils and acrylics and all that, I mean, I have to censor all this out. It
looks like they censored some out already just for the magazine.
So he got kicked off the magazine for a while because people were complaining. And then people kind of figured out the vibe of the magazine, and they allowed him back in because he was a big contributor, and he does every single cover. It's not like Basil Gogos, who did like 5 or 6, and then like somebody will do like a couple for Fright Rags. He does every single cover that's ever been put out, as well as his own books. But that's my big thing, is I love that. And now they're finally going back to one sheet. Here's your favorite movie of last year, Ace.
Frankenstein.
One-shot comics, magazines that Fangoria used to put out back in the day. Actually, they have a whole article about their old one-shot magazines. Like they would do ones on Freddy's Nightmare or Freddy's Dead, and then Jason Goes to Hell. So they kind of brought that back with this Frankenstein, and it's all Frankenstein. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I like to read. So do you.
Reading's good. I do like to read.
It is. It's fun. Now I'm going to end this on my Scream crap. Yeah. Which you'll probably just sit there and go, cool, Steve. But if you're out in the theater and you're seeing all the new Scream merchandise, even if you don't want to support the movie, which I understand, the merch is fucking awesome. So it's finally picked up the grippy ghost face cup. Oh, yeah. Nice. Isn't that awesome, dude? It's like good quality. It's a little rubber wrap.
I would never drop this.
Shut up. Don't you dare.
It's got the little
my new favorite cup is this one. Looks all nice and simple, but then it comes with this guy. You take it out and you push. What's your favorite scary movie? And it goes right on top. That is awesome. And they have this little cup thing to protect the knife.
It's got a straw in there.
It's brittle. They didn't give me the straw.
No.
I have to go back and get the sippy straw. Damn it. And then Katie for our Valentine, she got me the popcorn bucket.
Oh yeah.
She literally went out and fought the crowds and got this. Now this is the dumbest thing. I did a whole video on this reveal, so if you want to go back and watch that, you have to fill it and eat it from this little compartment.
Yeah, it seems
it's fucking stupid.
Kind of hard to do.
So, anyways, it looks cool, but that's what I got.
Nice.
2026 is going to be badass, man. Have you any movies you want to see this year?
I want to see that. Was that Send Help?
Yeah, they do Sam Raimi.
I want to see that because I've heard it's like old school Sam Raimi.
There was a guy who does a black metal distro here in Louisville, and he distributes all over the world. But he went to see it, and he took a picture of himself being like, "eh." And then I messaged him, and I said, "Dude, if it's not as good as at least Drag Me to Hell, then I don't care." And he said, "Oh, no, it's just in the same vein."
Yeah.
And I don't know if he did that picture for likes or whatever, but he's like, "No, I actually really enjoyed it." I was like, "But the picture of you is doing this, man."
Yeah.
But he said he dug it. He said it's very old school Sam Raimi meets Evil Dead, Army of Darkness versus not versus, but kind of like Darkman sort of. So it still has all of his tongue in cheek with a little splatter.
Nice.
So yeah, you need to get out and support Ace.
Do it.
I have been so busy. I have not been to the movie theater in forever.
I know. Me
except
too.
for to buy fucking popcorn buckets. That's all I got, man.
That's what I got. Just like that song.
That's all I got. All right, well, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Dave's not here, so I can't do the spiel. If you're watching us, enjoy. Hopefully, like and share it. If you don't like us, then just tell us in the comments, and then we'll delete it.
Yep.
No. Bye.
Bye.